Welcome to Module 3 of ESP670. In this module, you'll dig into the financial model and operations for new ventures. A few quick caveats to start. First, it's important to note that the approach you will see here, both in the Getting to Plan B book and in the tools and examples on Canvas, are not accounting. The goal here is not to generate financial statements, and it's certainly not something that you would ever use for tax purposes. Instead, what we're trying to do is understand the important financial decisions that we're making for the venture. So the goal here is effective decision making. Second, financial and operations models for a business change over time. Whatever model works when the business launches won't necessarily be the best one a year or two down the road, and that's okay. Again, remember, this is not about coming up with a perfect plan, just about understanding your business well enough that you can make good decisions. And finally, it's worth mentioning that the basic financial and operations model for a startup are fundamentally the same as any other organization. Businesses, big or small, new or established, all operate on some variation of this basic model. And the same is true for all organizations, including nonprofits. Every organization must have resources coming in and costs going out. And every organization has to have a model that will allow it to operate sustainably given that flow of resources. I've given you lots of tools and resources to learn how a financial business model works. And probably the best place to start is the Getting to Plan B book by John Mullins and Randy Commissar. As you work through the model, I highly suggest that you have a spreadsheet open and try to build your way through the process as you go. This will not only help you get more comfortable with how the pieces fit together, but you'll also end up with a basic starting point for any business ideas that you might want to test out in the future.
In the team assignment for this module, you'll use the module content to analyze the example company that you've chosen. In parallel to this team assignment, you'll work individually to take the insights from the content and your team's work and determine how this can shape the ongoing development of your individual new venture project. You'll share this progress with your colleagues in the form of a short update video so that you can collaborate with them, exchanging feedback on each other's projects using our online discussion boards. And as always, all the relevant info for these assignments is explained in detail on Canvas.
As always, I've provided you with a lot of content and tools to help you understand how the basic financial and operational models of a solid business model should work. You can also find all of these listed on Canvas. Entrepreneurs' specialized skills are often a big factor in their ability to create value and have a strategic advantage, but being an entrepreneur also means having to master a very broad set of skills and generalized business tools. Entrepreneurs don't just introduce new products and services. They have to learn how to do everything else that's involved in creating a financially sustainable business. As with anything else, they pick up these skills by taking action and learning by doing. There's no substitute for this kind of learning, and the same is true for you in this module. You'll need to get your hands dirty, get neck deep in some spreadsheets and some financial models, and work out the nuts and bolts of the business model that you're putting together, and do it yourself. This module can be really intimidating, especially if you don't consider yourself to be a numbers person. But if you do feel intimidated, you really shouldn't. This isn't a matter of putting together formal financial statements. And in fact, it's not really an accounting function at all. It's just working to understand how a company's finances and operations affect the decisions that they will make and their ability to deliver on their value proposition. Simple addition, subtraction, and a little bit of multiplication are all that's required. You should also remember to take advantage of the discussion boards during this module. Working through your financial models with other people can really help. You can learn a lot from working through these numbers in public and getting good feedback from your colleagues. Of course, I'll also be part of the discussion, and you can always ask me for help one-on-one or with your team. Everything you need to set up a time to meet with me is available on Canvas.